Okay, so for today, we're gonna have unit 60. Okay, I will share to you the screen. Okay. Okay, so here, okay, our topic for unit 6 already about going wild. So here in reading in unit 60, we're going to talk about stranger than fiction. Okay, so this is reading activity for unit 60. Okay, for now, then please give me the answer. Okay, you read the paragraph, then answer the questions below about math. Okay. So what is math? Math is not real and not people creative in her brain. What were people wrong about? People were wrong about animals that are not real. So when you say math, um, Lynn, math is not actually real. It's only an imagination. It's at imagination. But when you see animals, of course, that is real. Animals is real. Okay, myth is a story from ancient times, especially one that was told to explain natural events or to describe the early history of people. Next, sailor. It's a person who works on a ship as a member of the crew. And habitat, the place where a particular type of animal or plant is normally found. Giant. What is giant? Giant is very large. Okay. When you say explorer, it means a person who travels to unknown places in order to find out more about them. That is explorer. Okay, next is okapi. Okapi is an African animal, belongs to the same family as giraffe, but is smaller with a dark body and a white lines across legs. Next, description. It is a piece of writing or speech that says what. Next, type. It's a group of people or things share particular qualities and are part of a larger group or a kind. Next, crash. It means to hit something hard while moving. And another, survive, to continue to live or exist. Next is lizard. It's a reptile with long body and a tail, four short legs. Reptile. So this one, please try too much, Lynn. What do you think is the correct for this one?
Actually, Finish.
Yes, the first people learned to describe a giant squid were, okay, is it the ancient Greek? Yes, it is. The sailors of the Middle Ages? No, it isn't. The two fishermen in 1873? No, it isn't. So actually, it's the first people to describe a giant squid were the what? Were the ancient Greeks. Okay, next. This one. You read all the text, Lynn, reading about the giant squid, the gorilla, the okapi, and the Komodo dragons. You read this one and circle the correct answers. Tinoon ng giant squid eh? Okay. About 2,500 years ago, an ancient Greek explorer called Hanno traveled, it's true, the giant squid, Hanno traveled to Africa. On one island near the coast, there was a group of strange people with black hair on their faces and bodies. He asked the local people for information about them. They were gorilla. They answered. These people were violent, bad-tempered, and very strong. And for hundreds of years, there were similar stories about strange creatures, half human and half animals. In the first of Africa, the first scientific description of gorillas were appeared only in the 19th century. And mountain gorillas were a complete mystery until a German soldier discovered them in 1902. The ancient Egyptians were familiar with the okapi, a strange creature from the forests of Africa. It looks like a mix between a zebra and a horse. In 19th century, actually, okapi is a mix of zebra, looks like a zebra. The famous British journalist and explorer Henry Stanley described the same animal. But was it all a myth? An English politician in Central Africa, Henry Johnson, was very interested in Stanley's description. He decided to find the animal. It was not easy. But in 1901, Johnson finally managed to get a complete okapi skin. He sent it to London, and the scientists there were amazed. Later, they realized that okapi is not a type of zebra. In fact, it is a relative of the giraffe. Okay, so it's not a type of zebra. It is a cousin or quite relative of giraffe, but it looks like giraffe. How about Komodo dragons? I'm not familiar with Komodo dragons and even okapi. Okay. Komodo dragons during the First World War, that was 1914 to 1918, a pilot crashed into the sea near Indonesia. Luckily, he could swim well. To reach one of the smaller islands, he was safe, or was or was he? On the island, he discovered a horrible monster. It looked like a dragon. It was very big with a short legs and long tongue. It attacked and killed large animals for food. The pilot survived, and later he described the monster to his friends. They laughed at him, but in fact, the animal was real. It was Komodo dragon, the largest lizard in the world. That was in 1927. London Zoo opened its new reptile house and included the first pair of Komodo dragons in Europe. So everything is not myth. Okay, some people proven it, from giant squid down to Komodo dragons, there are testimony. Okay, testimony, Lynn, it means people who tell that everything is true. Okay, they show some proof, like the skin of the okapi, like the opening of the London Zoo, where a pair of Komodo dragons was being brought there. So everything is not actually a myth. These animals, the giant squid, the gorilla, the okapi, the Komodo dragons, are real. They are not myth. So people finally realized giant squid were real when, okay, some fishermen then showed arms of the giant. Next is, who first used the word gorilla? Okay, it's the who? It's the Africans. Okay. The Africans used to call them gorilla. But actually, on an island near the coast, there was a group of strange people with black hair on their faces and a body. He asked the local people for information about them. They were gorilla, they answered. Okay. So actually, nowadays, we can see that gorilla in the TV is like a monkey. But way back before in the ancient time, gorilla is a people. They're actually people, they're actually human, but their faces have a portion of black hair. They have black hair. So they were called gorilla. And as per description, these people were violent, bad tempered, and very strong. Okay. Next one, three and three and four. Okay, so scientists realized that the okapi were not a myth when they received an okapi skin from Henry Johnson's. After a pilot discovered the Komodo dragons during the First World War, he shared the story with his friends. Okay. Now, much the high. Okay, Lynn,